and gentlemen, it is my hope and prayer that you are fine wherever you are. So if you're here for the first time, this is Regis Kaman, the tourist man in Black Africa. The vultures are hovering around Uhuru Kenyatta. Naturally, when you see the vultures hovering somewhere, they are after something. Kuna kitu ambacho wanaona na wanaweza wakaona, wanaweza kukichukua. Hasa kitu kama kuku ama vifaraga. A vulture will not just hover. There may be even a rabbit is somewhere. It is after something. So when you look at Kenya Kwanza, vultures, they have been hovering around Uhuru Kenyatta. They first started by talking about the special service unit from the DCI. The target is Kinoti. From Kinoti, Matiang'i. From Matiang'i, the commander himself, Uhuru Kenyatta. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho wanafanya ni kwamba they want Uhuru Kenyatta to be implicated. In fact, these guys are sadists. These guys can easily cause chaos in this country. Because ukiangalia vile ambavyo wamekuwa wakilishughulikia lile swala la wale maafisa wa usalama, indeed for sure this is something that could have been handled by IPOA, Independent Police Oversight Body, because it is mandated to deal with such cases. So when you hear about the extrajudicial killing, for sure they are targeting Uhuru Kenyatta. That's why I'm saying these are the vultures that have been hovering around, wakijaribu kuona ya kwamba vile ambavyo wanaweza kumleta Uhuru Kenyatta in this muddy politics. And ukiangalia vile vile utaona kwamba the officers who have been arrested, most of them Kikuyus, utapata what they are saying is that they are forced to implicate Kinoti. And why do they think they are being forced to implicate Kinoti? Kwa sababu wanaambiwa ya kwamba kulingana nao, according to that affidavit, unless and until they implicate Kinoti, they will not be released. So they are told they have to buy their bail. They have to buy their freedom. Na unafikiri nani anasema hivi? The person who is saying this is none other than the CEO himself. Kwa hivyo kile tunaweza kusema ni kuwa vizuri baada ya wao kuongea, kila mtu anajua sasa where the target is. Unajua where the government is headed to. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kipo ni kwamba wamekataa katakata and they are being forced. Let's see what is going to happen this week. Na after this, most likely because mtego wa panya hushika waliokuepo na wasiokuemo. Wanajua ya kwamba Ruto himself was part of this administration. We know very well that these things would not have been happening without the knowledge of the president himself, without the knowledge of the deputy president who was then William Samoei Ruto. Kwa wakati ambapo unamwona pale akisema ya kwamba anataka ukweli ufahamike, ni kweli ndio, many people lost their lives. As Raila Amolo Odinga has been already saying, let us not have selective justice. Let us not have what we call double standards. Kwa sababu ikiwa kuna watu kama Jacob Juma who actually was crying that he was going to die, and he said very clearly, and if you go to his Twitter handle, and I don't know whether it's still there, he had tweeted that somebody who is now very official, very senior in the government, was desperately trying to kill him. Mbona wasianze hapa? Angalia mtu kama Msado was murdered in cold blood. And you could see watu kama Moses Kuria wakichezea mambo kama haya, wakiongea sijui the guy was there akijifurahisha pale na wanawake. And you see these guys like they need to be questioned also. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kipo ni kuwa wakati sasa wanamwendea Kinoti is not going to go down alone. Kinoti is not just anybody. You know, this guy was serious and was respected in East Africa. He was a very good guy, and when it comes to investigations, when it comes to hard tackle, he knew how to hit hard. And kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kuwa tunaona serikali ya William Samoei Ruto ikitaka kulipizia kisasi. It is a government on a revenge mission. revenge against what was done to Uhuru. No, not Uhuru. What was done to William Samoei Ruto. And Gachagua. Gachagua has been crying that he was arrested saa 11 asubuhi wakati ambapo alikuwa kitandani na maafisa the youth and walijitokeza pale na asubuhi na mapema na wakamwaibisha mbele ya familia yake, jambo ambalo si nzuri. We cannot support that. But what we can see is that after Kinoti, I think Kinoti will then again be told to imprecate Matiang'i. And Matiang'i, once Matiang'i is imprecated, there's nothing Matiang'i could have done, because more often than not, Matiang'i was saying he was working for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And alikuwa anasema wao wanafanya vile ambavyo wanaambia na Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Now, if Kinoti will be forced to imprecate Matiang'i, because definitely, although it is an independent body, they must have been consulting the Interior Secretary, who was then Matiang'i, friend Matiang'i. Matiang'i could not have acted again without consulting the president, because all said and done, the buck stops with the president. Whatever was done, the buck stopped with the president. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona kwamba for sure, who is this person who is desperately trying to bring Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta into the muddy waters of politics, into this madness of Kenya Kwanza, kwa sababu tunaona kwamba wameshindwa kutawala. Kusema kweli, ni kwamba wameshindwa kutawala. So what they are trying to do is to revenge. So even when you had Kipchumba Murkomen, the CS Transport, saying that somebody is trying to sabotage the government, kwa sababu wameshindwa kutatua lile tatizo la mgomo wa the pilots. The pilots, 400 of them on strike, 4,000 passengers stranded, no, I think more than 10,000 passengers stranded, airplanes grounded, and kile ambacho wapo wameshindwa kufanya kazi yao. They're trying to imprecate the former government of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And ukweli ni kwamba walipewa serikali, sasa wameshindwa. Na it is very, very disheartening even to see the president going out of the country when the country desperately needs his hand. His hand is needed to solve the crisis at the Kenya Airways. His hand is needed, desperately needed. Lakini sasa he is now going to Egypt instead of solving the problem. This is actually a contempt to the Kenyan people. The country is in a crisis. Again, we have 25 counties crying for food, animals crying for food and water. 25 counties where people cannot have anything to eat. Lakini sasa kile ambacho tunaona ni rais katika safari yake akienda kule Egypt, sijui what, ili hali I think this is one ground for impeachment. And I like the way Azimio is coming out very strongly. The way Baba is cornering William Samoei Ruto. And this time, he should be cornered. He should be even be impeached if possible. Because kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kuwa ni rais ambaye anakwepa majukumu yake. Ni rais ambaye hakuwa tayari kuongoza. Rais ambaye anaenda kutembea mataifa ya nje wakati watu wanakufa njaa. When people are dying. Ni wakati ambapo again we are seeing people like William Samoei Ruto coming up with a bloated cabinet. You know, maybe people did not notice this, that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta had 42 principal secretaries. William Samoei Ruto came up with 49 cabinet secretary, principal secretaries. Yeah, principal secretaries, the so-called PS. Ni jambo ambalo halikubaliki, kwa sababu we know what was the need of even saying, because when he took over power, he said that the government must reduce the budget by the minister must reduce the budget by 300 billion. Yet he comes again with a bloated cabinet, bloated civil service. So ni kazi gani sasa watu wanafanya? And I'm going to give an analysis why Ruto is desperately taxing Kenyans. Why Kenya Kwanza is desperately looking for money. Because one of the reasons why they are doing this is to get money to pay the people who stood with UDA, people who have been very loyal to him, because I understand they are being rewarded all over from the grassroots. Even those people ambao walikuwa wanafanya kazi ambazo hazina maana sana, wanalipwa lazima wapewe mahali ambapo wataigizwa ili waweze kusoma naye wakati mwingine. So this is a country for you. This is Kenya for you. A country in crisis. A country where the president and the deputy are campaigning 5 years before the elections. They started campaigning immediately. They were sworn in. This is very bad. Very, very bad for you. So, all said and done, let Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta enjoy his retirement. Let Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta continue on his games drive. Let him continue the peacekeeping in our region. He is a respected person. He is loved. We feel that he's our leader together with Baba. Wamefanya kazi zuri na wamefanya nchi isimame. So if you are here for the first time and you are wondering who this tall man is, this is Regis Kaman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Please subscribe to our channel, and for our viewers, kindly like this video, and maybe you can comment and let us know what you think about our great nation. Have a blessed Sunday. Bye bye.